Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I do have my cinnamon and my coffee this morning. We've got ourselves a good morning for XRP, by the way. I'm looking here at Coin Paprika. The first thing you'll see is that the market cap of all digital assets has jumped back up. It's about 218 billion, and XRP is outperforming all digital assets in the top 10 this morning. It's up 8.37%. We've gotten into the 26 plus cents this morning at different times. Again, I don't really discuss the day-to-day ups and downs just because it's been pretty boring lately, and we've had some bad days too. But I'm like I've done from the very beginning on this channel, I've kind of looked at this from the bigger picture aspect. What's important for me is that I know what's going to happen in the mid to long term, and I don't worry too much over the short term. The only reason I pay attention to the short term is buying dips, which I did this past week and always do. Okay, now I have been telling you this from day one of this channel. I've been talking about the bailouts and how disgusting that was, and I've been telling you that these banks and the central banks around the world, they have written into their policy statements that when we have the next financial crisis, which might be at our doorstep, it's not going to be bailouts that they do. It's going to be bail-ins. It's already been written into the policy of these banks. And remember, the bailouts, the reason that they probably couldn't believe they got away with it, but they had to go to the politicians and beg them to pass the bailouts. Well, that's too much trouble. The banks don't want to have to do that, and the politicians don't want to do it because politically they have to look like jerks when they do something like that. Well, why do that if you can do a bail-in where you just close your depositors' bank accounts for the weekend and you just shave off 10 or 15% of the money? You steal their money from them while you close the bank to fix the problems that are created by you failing as a bank. Well, that's exactly, this guy did a short 2-minute, 12-second video. He lays it out perfectly for you. Go to this guy, Dennis Parker, at XENTAGZ, and watch this video. It says, when your friends tell you that you're dumb, crazy for putting any money in Bitcoin, tell them to give this man 2 minutes and 11 seconds of their time. Yes, I agree. But also tell them, don't leave their digital assets on exchanges, because if you leave your digital assets on exchanges, you're no better off than the guy who has his money in a bank because you don't control your money. Okay. The next thing I want to show you, this is from C3 Nick, a tweet, and he makes a good point here. Anthony Pompliano should talk to Brad Garlinghouse one-on-one like he does with most of his other guests. Creating an interview situation with 2 or 3 people who are skeptical or even biased versus Ripple would not be a fair setup, obviously. Hashtag XRP. But he makes a good point. I think he's right. Okay, I just wanted to refer you to this video, this tweet that I showed you that I tweeted out, I think it was yesterday. I Am Legion came in and replied, and he's got a great compilation video about some of the many things that are wrong with Bitcoin, and you should go and watch it. He replied to that tweet if you want to go find his reply there. XRP Researcher, XRP Investor at XRP News _ had sent me this. Now, this is his website. If you haven't been to his website, you should start going. It is xrprightnow.com. And this is the article he put up today. SBI MoneyTap add 2 new shareholders, 30 companies year to date. This has been a great Monday morning. We get news out of Japan and from the one and only Crypto Eddie that SBI has added 2 new shareholders to MoneyTap, Daiwa Securities Group and Sumitomo Mitsui Trust Holdings. Daiwa Securities Group is a Japanese investment bank that is the second largest securities brokerage after Nomura Securities. Major subsidiaries include Daiwa Securities, which offers retail services such as online trading to individual investors and investment banking services in Japan, as well as Daiwa Capital Markets, the firm's international banking arm. Let's see if it says anything. It says MoneyTap was established to quickly build a money transfer application for smartphones using DLT and the next generation of financial infrastructure using DLT. It says those financial institutions will participate in management as shareholders and will provide financial services with high customer benefits in cooperation with a wide range of financial institutions as well as cash. So that's good news. Okay, now I'm not showing you this because I believe it, but I am showing you this because you need to understand that here today, gone tomorrow. This space is so young, and the regulations across the world are so on such shaky ground that you don't know what could happen tomorrow. We are always talking about how you've got to get your digital assets off the exchanges. You can get the Ledger Nano S in the description of every video I've ever done. That is what I do. Ledger Nano S allows you to store your digital assets offline so that you don't have your assets on one of these platforms. If someone came in and tried to shut down one of these platforms, it could be a situation where you lose your digital assets. So Binance will be shut down in 12 months, warns Bitcoin SV's Calvin Ayre. Binance is illegal, will be shut down in 12 months. Now, again, I'm not saying that I agree with anything this guy is saying in this article, but what I am saying is that we don't know from a regulatory standpoint what is going on behind the scenes. And so you need to buy your digital assets on these exchanges and then get them off as fast as you can and put them on a ledger or some other type of hard wallet or some kind of wallet on your phone or something so that they're not on the exchanges. But anyway, this is just one guy's opinion here, so don't freak out or anything. Now, Rand Nooner tweeted this out. He says, worried about blockchain progress? In 24 months, less than 800 days, Binance has built incubating, launching, trading, storing, staking, auctioning, borrowing, lending, swapping, leveraging, saving for assets that for the most part didn't exist a few years ago. He's right. And like I've said, you're going to see every single financial product that you're used to and some new ones with digital assets. And the progress has been amazing. Chinu Patel at Chinu Patel 29 sent me this. I love these tweets about this poor guy right here has been on Twitter for a long time. This is from Rhythm Trader. He paid $102 for his Bitcoin and sold them for $510 while regretting he didn't instead sell them for $13,600. That same amount of Bitcoin is now worth $13.6 million. Learn the value of hodling. And this is his tweet where he wished he had kept his 1,700 Bitcoin at 6 cents instead of selling them at 30. Now they're $8. Wow. I mean, can you imagine what it's like to, if you're this guy and you wake up every day knowing that you did this? Oh, man. And Rhythm Trader, here's another good one. You have car insurance, house insurance, medical insurance, and life insurance, but now it's time to protect yourself against bankruptcy, specifically when your entire country goes bankrupt. Bitcoin is your monetary insurance, and I would say XRP. So anyway, this is so true. What we really need is insurance against the entire financial system, and that's what digital assets are. Okay, Crypto Tomato, I had to show you this. I have finished the first set of crypto painting series. Feel free to share. I recorded the processes as well. You've got Brad Garlinghouse. Look how awesome that painting is. I think I see a thumbnail in our future. Crypto Tomato, this is the same guy. Vitalik Buterin, and then he's got Charlie Lee, Justin Sun, Charles Hoskinson, Roger Ver, CZ Binance, Anthony Pompliano. So look at those paintings are such good quality. And I think I'm going to take this one. I might add an XRP on the collar here or something, and I'm going to use that. Next, a sign of the times. Crypto Joe copied this to me. Yet another big name retailer filing for bankruptcy. When will these corporates learn from their mistakes and stop being greedy? So this is in the UK. Another bankruptcy. Crypto utility guy at utility guy 7. He is also, for your information, for those that don't know, this is the official. Let me see if I say this right. He's the official guy that was on the Band of Brothers. He was a German soldier. He was killed, and he's an ex-smoker, and he always tells me to tell you that smoking kills. He was one of the German soldiers who gets a cigarette from the U.S. soldiers, and then they plow him down with machine guns. I always like to mention that. That's pretty cool. Cool that he's a contributor to the channel. Coinbase, Bittrex, Kraken, and other crypto exchanges to determine and rate cryptos as securities. This is big news right here, folks. It says crypto exchanges have ensured a massive leap into crypto innovation as leaders, including Coinbase, Bittrex, Kraken, among other exchanges, reportedly developed a system to rate and identify cryptocurrencies as securities. The information was first highlighted by the Wall Street Journal, which read, the U.S.'s biggest cryptocurrency exchanges have developed a system to rate which digital assets are probably securities that can't be traded on their venues and which likely can. It says, according to reports, the reason behind identifying securities is to ensure the crypto's enlistment for investment. Crypto Ratings Council, consisting of the group of top exchanges, will publish online ratings of assets on a scale of 1 to 5. Tokens that rank higher on this score will be considered securities, and as a result will not be allowed to be issued, bought, or sold on unregulated crypto firms. The report further mentions that issuers of tokens reportedly won't have upfront input in the ratings, although they can provide information to dispute a score their token received. Well, and then XRP Vegas came in and he shows this from Larry Cermak. This is a massive deal. Coinbase, Kraken, Circle, Poloniex, Bittrex, Paxos, Itbit, as well as Cumberland, Genesis, and Grayscale have joined forces to develop a system to rate which tokens are likely securities. It's on a scale of 1 to 5. Bitcoin is 1, and clear securities are 5. Now, this makes me a little nervous, but not real nervous because I think the cake's already baked. Some of these guys are anti-Ripple. The guy that I can't remember his last name, Jesse, the guy that runs Kraken, he's made negative comments about XRP in the past. I know. Circle and Poloniex has XRP, but Circle will not even mention Ripple or XRP. Bittrex is I think a good guy. Coinbase, they've got XRP now, so I'm assuming that they would rate XRP as a non-security. I don't know about Paxos and Itbit. I know that Grayscale and Genesis are owned by the Digital Currency Group, which is invested in Ripple, so that's a good thing. Cumberland, I don't know about. But we also have a weigh-in from Tony Valentino. Self-regulation, ? Is all he said about this. So yes, I think that this is kind of where all this is going, is self-regulation. We're not getting any regulation from the people who should be regulating. So now we're going to do self-regulation. And I think this is really just the government being a bunch of cowards and they don't have the guts to stick their nose out there and actually make a decision is the impression I'm getting. But we'll see. Maybe that'll change soon. And then John McAfee weighs in. Ignore this drop in Bitcoin's price. I am firmly with Peter Brandt in his medium-term $50,000 price prediction. I am also firm on my $1 million price by the end of 2020. Stop wringing your hands. Watch GOT reruns. I was hearing something outside here. I don't know what that was. Watch GOT reruns or woo your spouse or finish off your drug stash. All is well. And he's got this article here. Trading legend Peter Brandt expects Bitcoin price to begin bull move to $50,000 after reaching new bottom. Interesting. Okay, and finally, I got a request here. This weekend, I was on my back patio and I was watching. One of my friends said his favorite song was "Piano Man" by Billy Joel. And so I had my surround sound set up. After Auburn destroyed Mississippi State, we watched the Piano Man Billy Joel video. And it just so happens that on this Monday morning, Chris Podog, sends me a request and wants to be the official piano man of the Digital Asset Investor channel. Your timing could not be better, Chris Podog, because that happened to be fresh on my memory from the other night. I watched the Piano Man video. And so you're right. I do need an official piano man of the Digital Asset Investor channel, and you are it. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button and tell your friends and family that we have an official piano man of the Digital Asset Investor channel. Who else in digital assets can say they have one of those? I don't think anybody can. Thank you for listening.